Welcome to another Top 5 here at MacGuffinPodcast.com. I'm Brandi.
I'm Alan.
Today we're going to be talking our Top 5 creative timelines. Films that maybe don't do straight up linear, one scene leads to another kind of thing.
Yeah, these are the ones where they try to get a little creative with the way they put their films together, so.
Alright, you want to start?
Sure. Let's go ahead and start off. My number 5 film is from 2004. Directed by Michel Gondry, written by Charlie Kaufman. Yes, it is Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. The interesting thing about this is that there's really two stories going on. I mean, you have all the stuff that's happening outside of Joel's mind, pretty much, that's going, you know, pretty much linear, in a linear fashion, but then all the stuff that's going on inside of Joel's brain is going backwards. I love the fact that, you know, the way that his mind is erased, he starts off with, you know, all the bad memories about Clementine, and then the further we go back, you know, the less we remember that, and the more we remember about the good stuff, and the reason why they fell in love. It's just a really, really sweet story. One of my favorite films of maybe like the last decade. Probably, in my opinion, Jim Carrey's best performances, Kate Winslet, one of her best performances. I absolutely love that film. So
A lot of people do.
Yes.
Very good.
Yes.
Alright, my number 5 is another one that we've talked about before, that I know you love. I don't know if we've really talked about this aspect of it, though. And that is Before the Devil Knows You're Dead.
Ah, okay.
Which, though both of us are sort of like, how was that not a huge hit when it came out?
Yes,
how are people not talking about this the same way that you talk about something like The Usual Suspects? Because it's that good, and it plays with the timeline insanely. It's like, you know that it's flashing back and forth to sort of like before this crime and after this crime, but you don't even realize until the things start to converge how meaningful that is, and how the way people are talking about things in the past and in the present is giving you all these clues that you don't even catch on until it's just mind-blowing when everything comes together. And then from there the film is still awesome. Like, that's not even the trick. It's not the conceit of it at all. It's just a way for you to
enhance
it's like the storyline actually teaches you more about the characters, the way that they the script approaches telling you about them.
Yeah, I mean, the way it's set up is that there's all these storylines going on, not just, you know, one after the other. It's all happening at the exact same time. So I don't know how the film would have worked if it was told, you know, just one person and then this person and this person, but kind of like in this circular fashion. And just the way that it's all brought up, it just enhances the film, the effect of the film. It helps develop the characters really well. I absolutely love that film. It's one of the best Sidney Lumet films out there. Please, people, check it out. It's really good.
It's wonderful.
Speaking of good films, my number 4 is from 1941. Some consider it the greatest movie ever made. I don't know. It's directed by Orson Welles. It is Citizen Kane. Yes.
Definitely thought about this one.
You know, I mean, what more can you say about this movie?
Pretty sure a lot of stuff's been said.
What's so great, I mean, in terms of the way it's structured, is that within the first, you know, 10 minutes, you'll already know everything that's going to happen within the movie. But if it wasn't for that newsreel in the very beginning, I don't know if we would be able to follow along with this man's life. The way the newsreel connects with the way the stories are told from the perspectives of the people that knew him and everything like that. It's like you get all the many details from the people that you saw between the big times that the newsreel gave us. I mean, by the end of the film, it feels like you've known this entire person's life, all the way leading up to the revelation of what's, you know, Rosebud was and everything like that. I still
really
love that movie.
A great way to approach telling a story of an entire life without having it become overwhelming.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Good one.
Thank you very much.
My number 4 is a film from last year. It was in the Oscar mix a little bit. It's a great movie that I only just recently finally gotten around to watching, and that is Blue Valentine. It's got 2 timelines going on where we see a couple getting together and then we see that couple breaking up, and it flashes back and forth between the 2 storylines. Michelle Williams and Ryan Gosling are both great in it, and it's weird because it's like each storyline is so good that you're almost like not wanting to jump back to the other one, but then it sucks you in so well, and the rhythm is really impressive, and the way that it's put together only makes the acting more impressive because it's like, how did you even you completely believe them as their younger and older selves. It's a really great film, and if they had just done it linear style, you wouldn't nearly get the same depth of emotion.
Okay. I mean, I haven't seen the film. I've read a lot about it. I'm really looking forward to seeing it, so I hear a lot of good stuff.
Watch it.
Definitely.
It's a heartbreaker, though.
Is it? Oh, great. I'm looking forward to that. Moving on to my number 3. My number 3 film, kind of talked about it before we went on camera. It's from 1950. It is Akira Kurosawa's masterpiece, Rashomon.
This was going to be my number 3 too.
High five. So we might as well just talk about it even longer. I mean, the film pretty much invented the unreliable narrator. Tells the story about this crime that happens, and then the trial, and the testimony of all the witnesses and all the people that were involved. Each person giving their own accounts of what happened. Each one pretty much telling the same story, although there's a lot of different how do you say it? A lot of different details that contradict each other. It really deals with the idea of what truth is. I mean, I really love this film. Probably one of the greatest directors ever. And even interestingly enough is that the trial itself is told second-handedly by another group of people. So it's like, we don't even know if this trial ever really happened or not. But yeah, it's just a great, complex film. So
wow, you really said a lot of good stuff about that.
It's
I don't know what I have to add.
Yeah, it's a great one.
And I mean, this is a structure that has been co-opted for a lot of different stuff, all the way down to something like, I don't know if you ever saw Hoodwinked. The like Red Riding Hood CGI film, and there was a sequel last year for just like who knows what reason, but the original Hoodwinked it's a Rashomon spoof. So yeah, this has definitely become a go-to story structure.
Funny
probably
that,
a little bit too much.
I was thinking, yeah, this film's going to influence
he was totally thinking of Red Riding Hood while doing the original.
Hey, you get your influences wherever you can, I guess.
Well, on to your number 2.
Okay, my number 2 film, I am going to say is probably one of the obvious ones when we came up with this list. It's from Christopher Nolan, 2000. Yes, it's Memento. A lot of people say that, Memento is the film that's told backwards. It's more than just a movie that's told backwards. It's told backwards and forwards, and they're told interwovenly, so it's just really, really complex, the way Christopher Nolan and his brother set it up. I love the fact that, here's a guy that can't make new memories, so being able to tell it backwards, we don't know what happened before, so we're pretty much in the same shoes as Leonard himself. Just a great movie.
Oh, absolutely.
So I mean, if you have anything else. Oh, okay. So, yeah, I mean, Memento, what else can you say?
All right. My number 2 bounces back to another one of yours. I thought we might have a little crossover on this list, and that is Eternal Sunshine. I think what's interesting with a lot of these films that we're bringing up is that in dealing with time, they also deal with memory. The two things thematically go hand in hand very well, and when they are approached so creatively and so poignantly, it's doubly effective. I think to play with the way that the film is presented to you when you have this theme of memory, which is one of the things that I love most about Eternal Sunshine, along with just about every single thing about it. I mean, it's pretty much a perfect film in my opinion. I don't think that's too controversial opinion, though I know some people are like, it's good but not as good as everyone thinks. I think it's as good as everyone thinks. I am part of everyone.
I'm right there with you.
I think it's pretty close to genius if we can call a film genius. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, I'm with you 110% on that choice. Very good. Okay, so moving on to my number one film. Okay, if Memento was one of the two films that was the obvious choice for this list, my number one is the other. It is Pulp Fiction.
Thought about this one too.
I don't think this film would have worked if you told it chronologically. And the interesting thing about the way the film is set up, not only is it told in this kind of circular structure, each scene or each part of the film is a film within itself, or a story within itself. You know, you have a bunch of people that get together, they talk, they set up the the characters and everything, and then all of a sudden they get dropped into this really crazy situation that's who knows how they're going to get out of it, but somehow they do in the most craziest of ways. It's I mean, obviously thinking about it now, it's kind of hard to say that it's unpredictable, but for those that watch it for the first time back in the 90s, completely unpredictable. I don't think a lot of people could have guessed where that story was going to go. I mean, for me, Pulp Fiction is probably one of my top 10 films of all time. Just an incredibly alive, energetic film. Yeah, it's great.
I always wonder how writers go about making a film like that, because it's just I could go.
You can go.
I could go on, but Spencer's giving me the signal. Like, I just don't even know how you would do that. Oh wait, that was the signal. Okay.
Let's make it obvious.
Never mind. Okay, my number one is Memento. That was like, as soon as I suggested this topic, that was obviously gonna be my number one.
Yeah.
It's just. It's like when Memento came out, it was hard to believe that no film had ever kind of like tried to do that before, or at least none that I'd ever seen that was successful or anything. And that it is done so well, and that it completely works as far as the maintaining tension throughout, which you wouldn't think would be so easy to do. And I'm sure was not easy to do, but it is done so well. I don't even know. I've never watched it in the like recut bonus version where you can watch it.
On the DVD there's like a special way you can watch the film told chronologically.
I've never done that. I would be interested to talk to someone who has done it to see if it's worth doing.
Yeah, for those of you that have seen it, please let us know. So
yeah, let us know if that's worth it. Phenomenal film. It was interesting making this list. How many films try to do something like this and are not so great at it, and then the ones that do, that knock it out of the park, it's just like, they're some of my favorite films of all time. So
yeah, I mean, Christopher Nolan is a filmmaker who plays around with quote unquote cinema itself. I mean, his first film, oh god, I'm blanking on it. For Following, he plays around with time a little bit too.
Yeah.
There. I
don't like that one as much.
Obviously, he's growing. He that's what his style was still developing. But by the time he got to Memento, it's like, wow, really, really great film. A movie you can watch over and over again and find new and surprising things about it. So, all right, I think that does it.
That's been another top 5 here. Let us know what there was. Oh, God, there are some really great ones that I left off. I won't cheat and just start saying everything that I left off.
Annie Hall.
Yeah, Annie Hall was like my number one thing that I was like, oh, Fallon has it, and then you didn't.
Sorry.
But join us for more top 5s at MacGuffinPodcast.com, along with a multitude of other sorts of film talk and discussion there. And we'll see you next time.